Hello and welcome. We have with us Kavinder Singh, MD and CEO of Mahindra Holidays and Resorts, joining in. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh, for joining us this morning. To begin with, walk us through your numbers. It's been a good quarter. What's the outlook as we go into FY25?
Yeah, this quarter turned out to be a great quarter for us, and we had the highest ever, earnings, PBT, PAT, member additions also were very robust. And at a full year level also, we have had the highest ever income, EBITDA, PBT, PAT, and the growth has been very significant. And in the quarter four, we delivered a profit after tax growth of about 25%. And the margins have also been significantly up at the full year level also. As I look into FY25, we believe the momentum will continue because we have added about 387 rooms in this year. And the full effect of these rooms will come into the next year. We have a very healthy pipeline of room additions as we move forward into the next year. Our member additions plans are extremely robust. We have built strong capabilities. And our capital expenditure, as we speak, is about 850 odd crores going on for about 700 keys. And as we move into the next year, we will see our capital expenditure also getting stepped up. As you know, that we have planned to double our room count from 5,000 to about 10,000 rooms by 2030 at an estimated capital expenditure of about 4,500 crores.
Right. Mr. Singh, while the numbers are actually pretty good and it's history in the sense and looks like it could be a good start on the stock as well, despite an increase in occupancy, resort income is more or less flat. What is the reason for that? Are you sort of working, recalibrating the income from other avenues at the resort apart from just occupancy?
All right. In our business model, because people who come into our resorts are primarily our members, so we do not get an uplift which the other hospitality companies get in terms of ARRs. So for us, it's about food and beverage spends. It's about the activities, experiences, past spends. And at this moment of time, I have a very, very clear view that had it not been for the Q2 and Q3, when we had these landslides as well as heavy rains in the Himachal, Uttarakhand, and later on in Sikkim, we would have delivered even higher numbers on resort income. And the resort income got impacted during those periods. And as I mentioned earlier, in our case, running the resorts at 85% occupancy for the full year is extremely commendable. And as we move forward, we have significant initiatives in place to increase our food and beverage and holiday activity spend per member as they holiday at our resorts and enjoy our immersive experiences.
Mr. Singh, I'll take your point. So if F&B and entertainment is an important growth driver, how much that contribute to your top line this quarter and what is it expected to grow at into FY25?
So in terms of, if you look at the quarter, about 86 crores is resort income. About 90-95% of that comes through the food and beverage as well as the holiday activities, which we call our experiences. And same is true for the full year where we delivered about 337 crores odd revenue. And yes, at this moment of time, the quarter resort income grew by 7%. And as I mentioned that we have added 387 rooms, a large part of these rooms, about 200 of them came in this quarter. The full effect of that will be seen in the coming year. And you will see resort income growing much faster.
Also, if you can quantify this for me, that would be great. What sort of Capex have you got planned going into FY25? I did take your point that a whole bunch of inventory has already been added. Will you continue to add more rooms, more geographies, more properties into FY25? And I'm guessing you've set out with a number at the start of the next financial year. So if you can share that with us. And also, I want to understand what this PPP part is with the state governments. What does that really mean for Mahindra? What sort of a deal is it? Is it margin accretive? Is it already impacting your earnings? Help us understand what this is and whether this can be the alpha or the growth trigger for Mahindra going ahead.
Yes. Maybe what I will do is I will start with the PPP and go back to your earlier question about what Capex we have planned. If I were to look at our PPP initiatives, and they have really gained momentum in the last 1.5, 2 years. And we started with way back 1.5 years ago. We started with a resort in Chanjeli in Mandi district when Himachal government came to us and said that, can you take it on long lease and run it and build a destination over there. As you know, we are destination creators. We happily took over that, and Chanjeli now is on our resort map. And right now, as we speak, we have been granted the MTDC Harihareshwar Resort. We have signed the concession agreement with the Maharashtra government. And the idea is to build, obviously refurb the resort and build extra rooms and make it a destination in Maharashtra. Parallelly, with Odisha government, we have been able to secure two very, important pieces of land which are strategically located, one near Chilka Lake and the other one in Sonpur Beach in Odisha. So the idea of PPP is that we are able to bring momentum into our inventory additions. As you know, that when you buy land and you seek approvals and you build the resorts, it does take about 3 to 3.5 years. With these PPP arrangements, we expect to kickstart the acceleration of the inventory that we have in mind. We also signed in the month of September in 2023, 1,000 crore investment plan in Uttarakhand. The lands have been already identified. The Uttarakhand government is coming out with a policy on the land allocation. We also signed an MOU with Tamil Nadu government for about 800 crores of investment. So the idea here is that work with various state governments and see whether we can monetize these state governments' assets and help bring more tourism into the state, and thereby, in some manner, enhance and contribute our contribution to the government's agenda of moving the tourism sector exponentially. If I were to look at your earlier question, what is the Capex at play? We have about 850 odd crores Capex at play for 700 keys. We acquired a resort in Jaipur area. We have 2 greenfield projects that we broke the ground in this area in Q1 and Q2. There's an expansion project going on in Kandaghat area. There's an expansion project which got completed. As we speak, we have land parcels. We are going to break new ground. So the whole idea is that how we can step up our Capex. Obviously, if we have to achieve 5,000 to 10,000 keys kind of a number, we will have to step up our Capex from current 800 crores level to about 4,500 crores level. And that is something that we are committed to, and we are moving on in that direction, as I see now, very well.
Well, that was the management of Mahindra Holidays talking to me about the earnings and the outlook for FY25. It looks pretty good for the holiday major. Numbers have looked good and the growth is expected to sustain going ahead. The stock is off the day's high point but still trading marginally higher as we see it. The broader sentiment of the market also seems like it's a morning of profit taking despite pretty solid profit gains coming in for the rest of the world. The Nifty has been volatile.